mute the mic before I walk away from the desk and come back. But yeah, no, don't worry. There's no virus here. You can't
Yeah.
you can't catch it anyway through a microphone. So
Well, hopefully not, because we've been talking together. I'd be at risk because of you, Mike. Don't want it, so I want to be safe. It's perfectly fine. And just having some fun, Mike. Speaking of fun, in the lobby, Rain was in, so the Fnatic team manager was in. We were having a chat.
yeah.
He posted on his Facebook, dude. Like he got the new merch for Fnatic. He was
Yep.
showing off. So we asked for some, and he told us. Would you like to restate what he told us, Mike?
No. I'd like you to restate, John,
All right.
because you started
So-
making fun of me.
I didn't make fun of you, but
Yes, you did.
Rain put it very kindly, and he told us, "You guys might be a bit too big boned. It won't fit because it barely fits him." I was like, "Ooh, that's a kind way to put it."
No, you didn't say
So-
that. I said that. You.
Yeah, you said it. I said, "Oh well," because then they started listing off height. So I said, "You're gonna be the giant." I meant in height, right? Because
No,
Rain
you
was
didn't,
pointing
John.
out his
I'm
height.
not
I
that
meant
high.
by height.
I'm not that tall.
You
John,
are
don't
taller
lie.
though. You are. No, but you are taller. Like compared to how well, I don't want to throw them under the bus, but compared to Rain and Dugster and me, you're definitely taller. We had this talk before, dude.
Oh,
You're taller.
No,
Fine.
I'm telling the viewers what you actually said. John called me fat, ladies and gentlemen.
I did.
And I'd like you to please go on Reddit and start complaining.
Oh,
and get him
no.
cancelled right now.
No.
He
I'm
called
done
me
for,
fat.
Mike.
I
can't do
feel victimized. Please just do something about it. I can't take it.
I'm ruined, Mike. What have I done? I can only blame myself. Me and my loud mouth.
That's not,
my
not
loud
your
keyboard
fault anyway,
hands, I
John.
guess.
I tend to eat too much. It's probably my fault. Still, side of Fnatic and Boom going to meet up at the top lane. Raven, no, he's not going to be able to go for that bounty, so FBZ will go ahead and take it. Boom will take the other. It'll be a 2-for-2 trade, nothing too special going on here. And we'll get into the laning phase, where we'll see Moon on that Void Spirit in that mid lane. He is going to be up against Makoto's Wind Ranger, and this could be rather dangerous for him. So that Wind Ranger power shot does tend to hurt, and we've seen quite a bit of mid Wind Ranger as of late, and it has been very effective.
Yeah, it really has. Mikado, of course, performs excellently on that Wind Ranger as well. The one thing here for the Void Spirit that makes it difficult is you can dodge with Dissimulate. It's pretty costly to do so. And Resonant Pulse does not stop the harassment out with the power shot. So you can stop the right clicks, but the power shot's still going to hurt. That's something Moon has to be a bit cautious about. Again, we're looking for maybe a rotation from DJ down the line, off that off lane where he is with Forev. If you can get the Miranda down mid at some point, you can land the Remnant out with the arrow. That's one way to win that mid lane out.
The Moon already copping so much harass out from Makoto, and he could just sit back and just keep hitting away over and over again. And we'll have a look at the other lanes. Bot lane, DJ and Forev going to be with each other. They'll be up against Kezcute and, of course, Dreamercell. Dreamercell. It's been a while since we've seen Dreamercell on this Ursa, but he used to play it quite a lot.
Yeah, it used to be a staple, in fact, for a lot of teams. It has tapered off, but you can see Dreamercell, he does have that Battle Fury queued up, so they're going for that kind of play. Still, you gotta like Fnatic's movement here. They're just constantly trying to run down Kezcute, forcing him away from helping Dreamercell. The wave shoved in, so Dreamercell has to last it a bit safer. And they're just trying to find some arrow openings. They're just making this lane really annoying to work with for the side of Boom.
They are. He's also got that ultra rare John, which we both didn't get. I hate Ursa anyway. Doesn't matter. I'm not salty or anything. Top lane, we do have Zephyr going down as the first blood. Hyde able to pick that one up, and FBZ, of course, was helping out there. That's going to leave Raven by himself for a while, and might mean he has to play a bit more defensively.
And
Not
this
for
is the
long.
beauty of, this is the beauty of the Mars and Venge lane, though, right? You get the Wave of Terror off, you get the God's Rebuke. That's physical. So the minus armor is going to pile on the damage FVZ can pump out. You're going to have to watch your spacing there if you're Zephyr. You don't want to be caught in a sticky situation like that on top of the chain stuns with a magic missile and a spear coming out.
Yeah, true. It's a tough lane for Zephyr. I mean, I play a lot of Bane, John. It is not a fun lane when you're up against the Mars Venge. It sucks. They just Wave of Terror. You get speared once, you're almost guaranteed to die. It's a tough time. Of course, FBZ, with that long spear of his, will be able to continue to just stab Zephyr every time he gets close. And even Hyde, for that matter, does hit relatively hard on the Venge. We'll have a look back to the mid lane, where it is a very even matchup right now, 15 and 15, for both sides of this mid matchup. Moon has been keeping up just fine. He is out of regen, and both heroes do have a bottle up, so we are going to see a bit of a race over those power runes in about 30 seconds. I think it is going to be very important for that Void Spirit to be able to get that bottle full, as he's the one with the empty bottle right now, and he's the one copying way more harass.
Yep, it's more pertinent for Moon. You expect DJ to make his way down, but the supports are tied up. So as we approach that 4-minute mark, they do have a vision advantage here, Fnatic, so they can get that done. And you see DJ already sprinting, just making sure that Moon can bounce back with those runes.
Bot lane, DJ is going to be forced to pick it up. It's still kind of a win, though, because now you see Mikoto. He goes for a shackle, he goes for an easy power shot, and Moon's within kill range now. Mikoto, he might try and snipe him. The power shot, Moon, got to start getting those dodges off. Mikoto, he'll maybe no. Not going to try yet. He's going to show off. It's a Fairy Fire to get within that safety range. Mikoto getting some harassment in. I'm just waiting for it. You know, Mikoto's waiting for that right opportunity. Moon continues to just jump around the lane, gets another Resonant Pulse off, and it looks like Mikoto is probably going to not get the timing right.
Nah, it's still a good time for Mikoto. He's starting to, well, not pull ahead, but keeping that pressure in. Yeah, I love the movement here from Zephyr. He's going to be sniping that bounty rune immediately. So no free refill for Mikoto on his bottle, and that does give Fnatic a pretty good bounty trade so far.
I agree, that is a very nice play from Zephyr. Mikoto probably going to have to find out the heart. In fact, he already seems to know. He doesn't even bother trying to get that bounty. He does run straight towards his own fountain. And better so as well, right? Because if you do go for that bounty, Zephyr would probably just commit the Nightmare and waste 4 more seconds of your time. It's just better off getting to the fountain and filling up everything and just TPing back into the lane. Still, Zephyr has been sticking around that mid lane to see maybe if he could set up a kill. But it's kind of doubtful. It's,
well, they have DJ at the back. They do have the arrow, but I don't know. We've been looking for that rotation. They're kind of back and forth in it, but maybe they commit.
We could get the Nightmare off. It's a guaranteed arrow. Problem is DJ has been spotted by Kezcute, who is well aware of what's going on. So now you probably can't get that kill, but Moon, he does get a nice invis rune for himself, so it does open up the other lanes for him to rotate to try and set up some kills if he wants. And he might need to soon as well, because you look back to the bot lane, Dreamer Cell, as usual, has found himself on top of the last hits board and is probably going to get out of control if they don't do something about this Ursa soon.
Yeah, that's the issue with the LC alone. Dream Cell can just pull ahead. He doesn't care for the overwhelming odds. He doesn't care that Forev has pressed the attack. It does not do anything against him, and he can just keep applying that pressure. DJ, there's not much synergy with an LC Mirana. It's just really the weakness of that lane. Compare that to how FBZ's lane is going. He's second in net worth on the off-lane Mars. He's second in last hits. It's a good spot, and Moon does want to leverage that Invis.
FBZ gonna get Stormhammered up. Moon just waiting for the Aether Remnant follow-up, but FBZ still alive, gonna get the spear off. There's a Nightmare, but it might not matter. Now Moon on the wrong side of the map. He's gonna try and TP. Can he make it out? Mikoto, no shackle yet. He does get it in time. Oh, that is rough. And they get the bounty. And that is not the first rotation you wanted to see from Fnatic.
No, definitely not. A massive loss. It would have been big if they got FBZ. Like, we were talking about him being on top in the hits, in the last hits, but they get punished for it. They don't have the burst. If the Aether Remnant not latching was the big one, like, if they got it, maybe you had the damage still. Boom, gonna be happy with that. Mikado gets a free lane down mid. Good use of his first focus fire, and there's that Javelin. So Mikado's damage skyrockets now when he does decide to go for a kill.
It does, and he'll probably be looking for those kills soon. That is, if he didn't have a completely free mid lane right now, where he just could farm by himself. Looking for a power rune. It is going to be down at the bot lane, and it is just an illusion, and he's going to have to race Moon for that one. Aether Remnant going to block his way, so Moon does take the illusion rune for free. But Makoto, it's kind of like you pointed out, at this point with the Javelin, yeah, you could still try to get some levels up, which it does appear Makoto will try and do, but you would expect either a kill onto Moon soon or a big rotation out with that Javelin. And well, he does take it out of the backpack now, so he might have a crack at Moon. Does have the Astral Steps, however, so the likelihood of him dying is very low.
Yeah, it's not quite the safest. They are buying space up top. You look at Hyde and FBZ, they're pushing at the top tier 1 with KSQ. Around that time in the game, 8 minutes in. Fnatic are not in the position to get a push of their own, but they're going to try to make a kill here.
They're going to try again. This might be a bit early if I'm frank, John. You're 1 minute away from getting the tomb up, which you could give to Zephyr for the level 6 timing on the Fiend's Grip. So the smoke's not going to amount to anything. You don't really need to give the tomb away to DJ. His Arrow's already got on its own, and he can catch up with Arrow. I think if you get the Fiend's Grip up early, you can make full use of it.
Yeah.
We'll see who they decide to give the tomb to. But if you have the Fiend's Grip, you can guarantee a kill, which is my point.
Yep. Yeah, that's the important bit, because they lost their tier 1 with no trade. And look at this. Drumosel, he leaves the lane, so this rotation for Moon not going to amount to much unless they get the push. And this is the problem with Fnatic right now. They're going back and forth, but not trading on the map. They do have the Mom up, but look up top.
Top lane, they caught the Mirana, they commit the arena, and they got that tier 1 tower earlier on. It's going to be a free kill out for Makoto. No need to focus fire. And
Zephyr?
Yeah, this is not what you want. Zephyr, he's in trouble now. Dreamer Soul literally just going to dive in behind the tier 1.
It's not where you want to be. I mean, look down bot. They're trying to shove, but they're in for the defense now.
Of course. I mean, they got the tier 1 top tower. There's no need to not defend. You're pushing 2 lanes as well, John. The mid lane's being forced in. Fnatic has to make a choice, and their choice should probably be to defend this mid tier 1 tower, but they're busy trying to kill off KSQ, which they do, but that mid tier 1's still going down, and KSQ, I'm sure he is very, very happy about this. Bot lane, they're going to try and make a big fight happen. Makoto will go for the Shackle and Focus Fire, and Forev is going to drop. They also get FBZ on the Mars, however, and Hyde is going to die. So they are trading heroes nicely now, the side of Fnatic. Trying to chase after Makoto, who's trying to make a run for it, but he is trapped very deep in that tree line, and they Fiend's Gripped?
Ooh.
For what?
Dreamers just did he not have Nightmare? I am not sure. Probably panicked.
There was no TP. KSQ in trouble. Aether Remnant gonna lock down Dreamer Soul. They'll get KSQ. Boom Esports still wanting to fight. I mean, Dreamer Soul's confident. And they are picking up some really nice kills here, Fnatic. Back onto Dreamer Soul. More TPs to come in. But Boom Esports, they are continuing to just defend this tier 1 tower. And John, it looks bad for them to do this, but it's actually quite clever. Because it's really going to slow down the farm of Raven. Because it does limit where he can farm.
Yeah, I mean, they already lost their mid. They lost their top tier 1. Map is shrinking, so if they relieve that pressure with a bot tier 1, he can at least farm in this forward Radiant jungle. The issue is the bodies are being thrown out, and despite those trades, Boom still maintain a slight 1k lead. You are seeing Raven pull ahead here. He is top with the Sven, which is what you want, but they're really hurting on Moon. I think that's the biggest factor. Moon's farm is not quite up there. He's saving for the Euls. Maybe once you have that, you can set up for yourself. But you can see they're still clumping up bot. They really want that tower.
And Moon going to try and have a go here onto Hyde. Aether Remnant, not going to lock on, but Hyde is trapped and is going to fall. They'll get a nice bit of dual damage out for it. And Fnatic, they need to get this tier 1 tower. There's no choice. It's... If Raven can't... If he can't farm, it's not going to be a good game for the Sven. So they'll go again. Boom Esports not going to be around to defend this time. They're willing to allow this to go down. Fnatic will happily get out of there.
That's the objective they were looking for. They start to go deeper, plant some wards down, but there are already some preemptive wards here from Boom. And Moon is going to try to chase.
Kescute, nice Aether in to lock him in. Kescute, he's not that tanky. Moon, going to be slightly cautious, does get the kill, but now Makoto going to come in after Zephyr. They do get the Nightmare off, but FBZ going to be able to get Zephyr. It's going to be a 1-for-1. Not too big of a deal, unless Moon gets swapped, but he doesn't. He does TP out successfully. And I think Moon will be satisfied with that, considering he did get the kill himself.
Yeah, it's a boost for our Void Spirit. We talked about him lagging behind in farm. That's one way to play catch-up. So you're happy enough. This is time for Dreamocell, though. He's got his Battle Fury up. He's going into the SNY. So it's going to be a fighting Ursa afterwards. Shouldn't take too long. You start to worry about the status resist piling on with the SNY. That's something Fnatic has to be a bit cautious about, as the enrage is going to cause a lot of issues when it comes down to jumping that Ursa down the line.
Dreamocell, that Battle Fury available, going to go towards that top lane. DJ, he has to be a little bit cautious on this Mirana. But they're not going to bother. God, I hate that sound when he does that Earth Shock. It's the baby bear, I guess, is the one making the sound. It just sounds so weird. It sounds like it's in pain. It's like, what are you doing, Mum? Why are you leaping like that? Stun, out, hide. He's going to cop the gank here. He's going to allow Dreamocell to try for a TP play out, and he's going to be fine. Kescute, however, will not be. He does get caught out by that Remnant, but Dreamocell going to come in for a fight as FBZ. A nice arena out on free, and Dreamocell, man fighting for Rev, who does not want to be here. That is a great God's Rebuke out, and they will focus down Zephyr on the Bane. Now back onto Raven. They want the Sven, and it looks like they are indeed going to be able to get him. And FBZ, quick thinking, knew they could fight back with that DD rune active on him. And you saw how much damage he did with that God's Rebuke, John. It was quite a lot.
It's tricky to fight into. They've got the Vlads up on FBZ, so they had so much sustain in that fight. There is a chance here for Fnatic to maybe dip in. They know the Roche is happening. It's going too fast, though, so it's not the safest point. And they find a big kill. Raven was top of net worth. That is going to peg him down a notch, and boom. Early Aegis. It's an Ursa lineup. They can melt the Roche fast. Dreamocell has that leeway, that safety now. So just farm up until the SNY is up. So that's something Fnatic needs to be a bit cautious about. I love that Raven's actually going straight to the Heaven's Halberd, though. This is going to hurt that Ursa. It's going to help them win these earlier fights, and does signal that Raven is willing to go early this time around, not going to be hanging around waiting for some farm to flow in.
What's interesting you pointed that out, John. I was about to ask you about that. So I thought maybe we'd still see Forev go for that Heaven's Halberd instead of the Pos 1 Sven. But I came to the realization that if you don't rush the Blink on Forev, and the Blade Mail for that matter, they're never going to be able to catch out Makoto. So it seems like they need to switch it up a bit and allow Forev a bit of that mobility before bothering for a Halberd. Which isn't so bad on the Sven anyway, I suppose. Like, the stats are nice, the evasion's nice. Obviously, the disarm is what you want. And he'll go for the Aghanim Scepter straight after, so essentially, instead of having the Echo Saber, he'll have a Halberd.
Yeah, it gives you enough. You worry about Mikato, though. Like, the disarm's nice, but the MKB is up in Mikato, so you have to choose your targets well when you do disarm. Are you going to take the Ursa or the Wind Ranger? You have to make a choice between those two.
Fnatic, they had to commit that Moonlight Shadow to ensure Forev got out safely from that mid lane. There's that Halberd now up on Raven. Still doesn't want to fight though, of course. He does want that Aghanim Scepter, which is when, you know, Sven does become quite broken. So,
yeah,
real bit of fun.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit more time to farm, but Raven does have that safe space down spot.
Danger. Nightmare from Zephyr. Gonna save him, I believe. Dreamocell. Speed up. And that's gonna be your Bane gone. And it looks like they also found Moon. Earthsplit are gonna connect, and I understand why they committed that Nightmare to cancel off the Stomp. I am pretty sure because of that Nightmare, it ended up juking out Moon's magic damage from Astral Step. And Dissimulate for that matter. So...
Yep.
Bit of an error
lost them the
there.
kill.
Small error. Yeah, it does cost them a pretty easy kill. Obviously 2 lives. Bit unfortunate.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Now you've got Raven hanging around over the power runes.
Just Win runs away. Forever gonna go for the duel, but a great arena FBZ. He's not letting them finish off Makoto. And now Forever needs to back off because Makoto hits way too hard and gets the power shot off. Oh, FBZ is so good on this Mars.
Oh yeah. This is him without a blink, by the way. So it's not like he's getting the perfect positioning every time. Now with the blink, they can actually play so much more aggressive with that Mars. Boom, they're just pretty on point. They're snap. Oh my god. So Raven's courier gone as well. That's going to stall out his further progression. He has the halberd, but he needs to ferry these items around.
Top lane, Keskut could be in a spot of danger. Zephyr does get the Nightmare. They don't really have an angle for Arrow yet, but DJ will be patient and does get it. But here come those TPs. Can they kill Keskut in time? No, they cannot. Keskut will be alright, and FBZ going to be able to get the spear off onto Zephyr, and that's going to mean your Bane is going to die. Now, Jewel is going to be out on the bench. They'll get a trade. Not a bad one either, as it does get you Forever a bit more Jewel damage. So they won't be too upset about this Fnatic.
Yeah, it's a big one. Moon also manages to barely scrape away bot, so you're going to count your blessings there. Still, Boom is 3k up. You need to start buying a little bit more time here for Fnatic. The Ags of Raven we've been talking about is going to be their key timer next. You're also looking at the Ags for Moon. So it's going to be a little bit longer waiting for both Ags, but those are major power spikes for their heroes, if they can find them in time, although hunting.
BZ, gotta be careful here. Forever does have Jewel in 8 seconds. BZ gonna go for a run, but meanwhile bot lane, they got a Nightmare off onto Dreamer Cell. Just gotta pick out which target they want. Arrow top lane gonna connect, so FBZ has no chance of survival. Forever will be able to secure another Jewel. However, down at the bot lane, Makoto gets Moon. So, I think Boom still get the better trade.
Yeah, I mean, you're hurting that momentum of the Void Spirit. It's not like FBZ is waiting for anything big now. I mean, with a Blink, with a Vlad, you're pretty set in the Mars. It's Moon that needs this momentum. So the death there stalls out the progress of the Ags. You're fine with that if you're Boom. You're still buying space here for Dreamer Cell, who does have the SNY. His Aegis does expire. It might have to be cautious for the next few minutes, but it's going to be the Abyssal Blade build-up for him. So once that's up, the mobility of the Ursa shoots up. And, well, Fnatic have to be a bit cautious. They do have the Ags and DJ. We know he loves this item to get the burst on. They need to start lining up now. Maybe keep going for those dual wins they've been finding. If they just keep buying time like that, punishing the split up here from Boom, that is one way for them to really start to get a bigger snowball on their side.
It certainly is. Esports take control of this jungle. Mid lane, Makoto is being watched right now by Fnatic, but he's going to be safe. Goes for the BOTs. I like it.
Yeah.
Very aggressive.
I mean, enables him to be all across the map, maybe even pressure towers with his focus far when it's up. So it's going to be trickier for Fnatic to find clean openings. And
Keskut going to break the smoke. FBZ gets another great arena off. There's Zephyr gone, and this Jewel from Forever is not going to be a win. Dreamer Cell does kill him off. Oh, FBZ, he's just so quick.
Man, it's that blink. With the blink, they can play so much more offensively. They land every single thing. We have not seen good counter initiations from Fnatic because their supports are gone. They get deleted. Now, they do have a major spike. Raven has his hack. So it's up and running. Superman's ready to go. The issue is you have to fight into this team fight, this damage flying out from Boom. You might want to wait for a little bit more or get the Ags up on Moon so you at least have the silence because there are no defensive items here. That is one way, but as it is, Raven alone.
Kodo, bot lane, going to be alright, and is going to go back onto Raven as FBZ is coming in, but they missed the spear. FBZ trying to guess where Raven went. Now the rest of Fnatic are going to come in and get Hyde. They don't get the kill they wanted in Makoto. But that's fine. They are alive. They get something. And they're going to try for that bottom tier 2.
Yeah, it's going to be fairly quick. There's a little bit more time on the God's friend.
BZ. We got the arena, but this is the spear. Still, Raven is stuck. Fiend's Grip, however, from Zephyr, gonna save the day. And the jewel to come in from Forev, but the stomp out from Kescute, still not gonna be enough. Dreamer Cell getting taken out by Raven. And Fnatic, they're starting to look good now. Raven getting involved with his team is making it happen.
Yeah, they're starting to find that aggression. This is what you want to see. They hit the power spikes. They're making it work. Boom. Have to be a bit cleaner in these engagements. They might want to wait out the Abyssal on Dreamocell, so he has a way of closing that gap. Because right now he's just running up. Very vulnerable to that control. We're seeing Zephyr find better spots to be in to get the full channel off on that Fiend's Grip, and it's really helping them out massively. Boom has to respect that power. They lose their lead. Less than 1k left. They lose their tier 2 as well. And Fnatic, it's still a bit rocky, but they're up there now. I'm feeling a lot better. You are number 1 in that work with Raven. You still have some room to grow here for Moon, and especially Forev, but with the dual wins Forev found, you know, he's at 50 damage now. It's a pretty good spot, and you're feeling that confidence flow back in.
Moon, nice dodge out from the Elder Titan Stomp. He's getting close to that Aghanim Scepter on that Void Spirit. His net worth has suffered a lot though this game, I gotta say. In comparison, FBZ's in front, Makoto's in front, Dreamer Cell's in front. I guess once you've got the Ags up though, you're gonna be feeling a lot better, as you do have so much more utility, but it's always a bit sad to see you know, your Void Spirit just struggling a little bit in terms of farm. It has been a tough game though.
It has. Still, they've got that forward momentum. It'd be an awkward spot, but
no Astral Step. DJ's done a really nice job of pushing down that bot lane. It's going to force the rotation to defend back in from Boom, and the Aghanim Scepter on DJ is going to make it so he can just keep doing that.
Yeah, it's giving them the space in the map to keep that farm game up for all the other cores. You're not seeing Boom really leave their side of the river anymore, even to farm. They've been stuck in the triangle for a bit longer. That bot jungle's not safe. Fnatic has reeled in a lot more map control. So Boom has to really start to get this farm up. I think they need these defensive items to come into play. We're looking at the BKB for Mikato. I think you're going to be a lot comfier on that Wind Ranger once that's up. FBZ for his part is also going for the Lotus Orb. So you're going to have that Purge ready to go to break up the grip, the nightmare, the control that you're seeing out here. And that's going to help massively, but got to be a bit more patient until those items are up. Roche is up for taking, though.
Dreamer Cell gonna get started. Obviously with the Ursa, you do tend to take the Roshan very quick, but the pings are there from Fnatic. Arrow is gonna connect on the Roshan, and it's gone. They did not have the time nor the means to try and make it through to the Roshan pit. Even Moon was down at the bot lane trying to force it in anyway, so he didn't have a way to connect with his team. They'll get back to split pushing and buying more time for Raven, who is very close now to getting that BKB on.
That's, again, another big spike for the Sven. You're not going to have the control to keep him locked in. That could be something worrying for Boom, as, again, they do sort of lack defensive items themselves, but smoke up.
BZ, another great spear out. Who's he caught? It's going to be Zephyr. Contribute going to be out. He does at least get the Nightmare, but that is not going to help Zephyr's cause, as Dreamer Cell is going to be there with the follow-up damage. DJ, all he can do is just run through the tree line and try to act as if he's not there.
Well,
unless Makoto spots him, they run right past each other.
Ooh.
Very, very sneaky from DJ.
Yeah.
He'll be alright.
It's a good spot to be in. They also stalled out long enough. Moon has that Ags up and running. So he's got the silence with that Resonant Pulse. It's going to be, again, another massive spike because of the lack of BKBs here from Boom. So we're going to have some good control flying in. And Boom might be caught off guard. They're still getting a good amount of damage onto those tier 3s as well. Boom is just going for a tier 2 themselves.
You got to defend that tier 3 tower, Boom. Boom with that Dragon Scale is taking it quite quickly. It's a nice little play out from Moon, really forcing FBZ back. Fnatic is doing very well at this, just split pushing and applying pressure, but now Dreamer Cell with that Abyssal Blade will just burst down DJ. And they might look to keep going here. As a 4v5, Makoto having a scout around, but Moon is going to catch him with the Yules. He does have help coming in. Kesku going to be there. Zephyr with the Fiend's Grip is not going to be enough as they do cancel. And now Dream Assault's coming in, back after Zephyr, but he'll get Nightmare. The duel in the backlines out on Kesku. That'll be a duel win out from Forev. And Boom, do they want to fight? Makoto, he's looking for a shackle. Does land it onto Forev. Back in with Dream Assault. There's your Nightmare. Taken by the Venge Illusion. And now a great arena once again from FBZ. Back onto Moon. And they will get 2 cores for their trouble. I don't know how many times I can say it, John, but FBZ, he's been doing a great job on that Mars.
Been setting up for his team. A lot of pressure is on him. He is their best AoE control, and he's been delivering. Fnatic has to be a little bit more cautious. They're still happy about finding the duel win on Forev, but they only really found supports. They had to lose 2 cores in exchange. Very costly kills to have. And you can see Dreamosel as well, right? With the Abyssal up, he's just ready to run at. Have to be a bit cautious. Working towards the heart as well. And once you have that heart, when Enrage is up, none of these stunts will land. They will just fade immediately. Have to be aware of that, as it's going to be a big spike for Dreamosel.
Dreamosel, he did get Nightmared there by Zephyr. That does force out the Enrage for our Ursa, but it's a 30-second cooldown. Not too big of a deal. Boom, they'll get the tier 2 top tower. And it looks like they are going to have to be back down at that bot lane as DJ once again is doing great work, forcing them back with that map pressure. This time it's going to be Makoto who will take care of it with the power shot. And boom, they are starting to loop behind them through the dire triangle. Going to try and maybe start a fight, but Makoto is going to get stunned up by Raven into the arrow of DJ. And with the double Starfall, they have plenty of magic damage to go through. Boom. They're still going to hold their ground. They might get picked off. Hyde was spotted by Zephyr. Sentry placed. Raven coming in with the spider legs. Is going to jump onto Hyde and does get the kill, but now FBZ. Another nice arena out, but he's been Fiend's gripped up. There's your Earth Splitter coming in with the Elder Titan stop. And Raven still trying to run with that BKB in the spot of danger. Forev, he'll go for the duel out onto Kescute. And now they'll turn back around onto Dreamosel. That'll be one Aegis. Back in, Arrow does connect perfectly from DJ, but Hyde gonna swap him back out. Dreamosel needs to fight this one. Hyde is very, very low, still trying to run, does end up dying, but now FBZ with a nice Spirit on Moon does set up another kill for Rev, still trying on the LC, does get taken out. Now DJ with the Ghost Scepter and the Starfall does get a triple kill, but Dreamosel is gonna take it off him for his own double kill. A complete mess in the mid lane, and it looks like it may have just favored Boom, believe it or not.
Yeah, it does in the end, and they don't really lose Dreamosel. He finds all the kills. He's one part away from that Satanic, Mike. And Ursa with Satanic, and you pop and Rage, I don't know if you're going to have enough to hold him down. Like, Fiend's Grip is going to be so short. If you commit it in the Ursa, Nightmare's going to be short. Everything's going to be so much shorter. And you start to worry. Like, if Dreamosel gets access to an Ags as well to synthesize, then you're talking a lot of trouble there for Fnatic. It's still nice, like they can still find openings, they can still find damage control, but you saw the man fight. When Raven was isolated 1v1, he was not winning that trade. So still some stuff to worry about. Boom is 6k ahead. It has been rocking. Fnatic is bringing out a fight here. You have to be cautious, be very careful about how you position yourself. When Boom is kind of split apart, that's when Fnatic can really shine. They find a pick-off, force the 4v5 and win. But you can see Boom, they do smoke up.
They're going to give it a shot. Moonlight Shadow out. They seem to know where Boom Esports are. Satanic did just come out on Dreamosel. This could be some pretty bad timing for Fnatic. Go through the river, back towards that mid lane. Into the Radiant jungle. Fnatic might run into Hyde. Dreamersoul going to be in the river, just trying to loop around, gets connected with the arrow, and Hyde going to be taken out, and so will FBZ. Forev also going to die now. Dreamersoul needs to try and fight back here with that Satanic. He's got Raven, and he will be able to get him on the Sven. Now chasing down DJ, he'll leap, but Dreamersoul still wants to chase for the kill. He will not be able to keep up, but down south, there's a Fiend's Grip now onto Makoto. He was left behind. Dreamersoul went way too far on that chase, and now will come back in to try and help out. Going on to Zephyr. The Aether Remnant going to latch on from Moon. Dreamersoul just wants that Bane dead, and now will turn his attention back onto Moon, who is going to go down to that low ground. Kesku does die. Moon, can he make his way out? Aether Remnant going to be dodged. Dreamersoul, he has the Abyssal Blade, but it looks like he's not going to be able to get Moon. Oh, and Dreamersoul, a bit of tunnel visioning there on the DJ Mirana, and he does pay for it.
Yeah, some good punishment out from Fnatic, and that's what they want. They want this fight to be split up. You saw the effect of not having FBZ around the arena as well. Finding the key targets first, making it hard for Boom to follow up in the team fight. And it's a bit worrying, but you're still ahead here, Boom. You've still got the 5k lead. Dreamersoul now saving up for the Ags. So he's going to have instant access to his Enrage every single time. That's going to be the next power spike for the Ursa. Has his level 25 talent as well, working his way towards 30. Fnatic right now, they are still looking okay. They're going to have an E-Blade on DJ relatively soon. So you're going to have the burst damage on the Murano. Just keep hunting with this Murano, keep hunting with the LC. Force the numbers advantage and then come in afterwards. That's really the way to play it for Fnatic now.
Seems to be. 4k net worth lead is remaining here for Boom Esports. Back up to that top tier 1 tower. Like Makoto is going to have a Blink Dagger now coming out on the Wind Ranger. So a bit more mobility, a bit more setup here for Makoto. Dreamersoul. Aghanim Scepter queued up into the Divine Rapier. Very interesting.
Yeah, the Divine, I guess it just pierced through that evasion you're seeing from the Sven, and also really just stacked the damage. Feeling confident. I mean, once you've got, Satanic Ags, I think as an Ursa, you're going to be really confident anyway, so there's a lot of leeway there. A lot of things have to go wrong for Dreamersoul to die, and as long as he's disciplined enough, it's not going to be too hard. But, they're starting to posture. The Roche is going to be the next objective for both sides. Still a minute off, but you can see Fnatic are also very weary of giving it out this time. They're all clumped up here.
Boom. Gonna group up as well, ready to go. You do have an AC up on Raven, so this could be a harder team fight to take. Stormhammer gonna fly in with a follow-up arrow. It's all gonna be onto FBZ. They are taking out a lot of damage, but Hyde, he's gonna swap him out, and now Boom. They want to try for the fight, but the Moonlight gonna make it a bit too hard to fight into, so they'll retreat. They also lost FBZ to Moon. Looks like Boom. Oh, they're gonna try and scan out that Roshan. They're a bit early. It's 10 seconds away. Looks like the side of Fnatic might be the ones to scout it out first, that they have smoked up. Forever just picking up a Fairy Fire off the ground. It's not even his. Just takes it.
Yeah, it's value.
I mean, he's just cleaning up the streets forever. Just doesn't want the river to be polluted.
Yeah, that's fair. Lovely scan here from Boom, though, so they know where they are, and they might be able to circle.
Abyssal, gonna be out on Zephyr. A nice, easy start to this fight. Both teams should be aware the Roshan is up, and now they will be. But Dreamersoul does cop an arrow. Just trying to make his way into the pit. Can't jump over the wall, but does use the spider legs. And he'll get started. But Zephyr, he's gonna buy back now on that bait. And that'll force the retreat out from Boom, as they are more than happy with the buyback being expended.
Yep, gives them leeway now. They do have the arena, they do have the stomp. All their team fight spots are ready here from Boom. Same goes for Fnatic. Godstrand is ready, and they Moonlight up.
Moon, double damage active. Be able to catch anyone out. More warding being placed just in preparation for that Roshan fight. Dreamer Cell going to sneak his way back in with the smoke. Roshan is out of the pit though, so it's very obvious that it's happening. Dreamer Cell, not to be dissuaded, is going to keep trying. Arrow going to help him out just a little bit. This could be dangerous. Moon, he's keeping an eye on it with the actual step. Forev going to jump in with the duel, and Dreamer Cell, he still manages to pick it up. The spear from FBZ, stunning up Moon, making it impossible for him to take it. Zephyr, meanwhile, on the backlines, he's got a Fiend's Rip going, but it means nothing. Mikoto does get out thanks to the swap of Hyde, and now Raven is in massive trouble. He does go down, and so does Moon. Oh, FBZ once again.
Oh man, just on point. Every single fight relies on this Mars, and they keep finding them. They catch one more.
They do. DJ gonna be able to get out with the Blink Dagger. He doesn't have any leaps yet. Makoto just gonna blink after him, and we'll get another one for himself on the Wind Ranger. It looks like it's about time to try and make a high ground push happen for the side of Boom Esports.
I mean, you've got everything you could ask for. You've got the Ag's blessing on FBZ, so he gets his free God's Rebuke up and running.
He got everything.
Yeah.
But how did Dreamer Soul literally get all 3 items?
I think it was also down to the fact that, again, you were dealing with Satanic plus Enrage plus the Ag's Enrage, so Dreamer Soul could just pop it. There was no control. Like, all their control literally lasts, what, a second. That's enough time for Dream Cell to just run in and get the follow-up as well. So, it's the status resist piling on the Ursa. It's just too much for Fnatic to deal with.
That'll be your mid-ranks going down. Looks like Forev just pushing out the bot wave. Can't defend by himself, obviously. Boom, they're gonna go for another. No buybacks being expended here from Fnatic, as Raven doesn't have one. So everyone else holds off on their own buybacks. And Boom Esports might understand this, and you never know, they might even force a fight, which could end the game if Raven does die. Dreamer gonna juke out that 8th Remnant, going back in for that melee barracks. He's not done yet. He has the Aegis, don't forget, so he's feeling very, very safe. Moonlight Shadow out from Raven, but who do you jump? They're gonna try on to Hyde first with the Remnant out. Arrow gonna fly through but not connect. Forev looking for a duel attempt, is now gonna come in with the Stormhammer, but there's FBZ again with the arena, and Dreamer Soul just bursts down Forev back onto Raven, who's stuck in the tree line and has been stunned up. He's gonna go back in for the Stormhammer back onto Kescute, but it's not gonna matter. Dreamer Soul's got him. They haven't got buybacks. Moon now can't really afford to die. It's a 2-for-3 trade. He needs to survive. They need the defense out, but he gets bashed. He has buyback. And there's a Divine Rapier. Dreamer Soul, he wants to finish the game right now. He knows.
Oh, man. Can't stop this. You just can't. They're one last Rax is safe.
They can try, Force. It's a 2v3 situation when Moon buys back. They can try. There is your Divine. They should notice it now. It's just a matter of how you're going to kill Dreamer Soul. He does still have Aegis Cheese. Dreamer Cell not going to try and go for this unless he turns back around. Moon cannot get stunned. He does with the Abyssal, but the Ghost Form going to save him from DJ. Dreamer Cell looking to go back in. He still has about 50 seconds without Raven. Dukes the 8th Remnant back onto that tier 4 tower. Zephyr doesn't have Fiend's Grip, but can try and slow him down with the Nightmare, and does, but the Enrage is out from Dreamer Cell. He's just 1v3ing them right now. There's your buyback up from FBZ. He wants to get involved. They're on to Moon. Focus Fire is there in FBZ. He gets the arena, misses the spear, and Dreamer Soul. He got stunned up, but they are going to beat down Zephyr. Still Forev now. Alive again on the LC, but they've lost DJ. There is no way to defend. They will call the GG, and Boom Esports, they make it happen. I've got to say, John, all props to FBZ. I think he is the clear MVP of this game 1.
Oh, 100%. His arena's just set up. Not just the arena stuff, like his laning presence, what they did to that lane for Raven slowed down the timings of this event so hard that he couldn't snowball. And the stall tactics down bots well, the bodies being thrown out, Boom as a whole, on top of the plays by FBZ, just played together as a team a lot better. Their game plan was solid. Fnatic, it's looking better, right? We talked about them on day one. It looked rocky. I think this is growing to be smoother and smoother as the games go on. They do have to start finding those wins, Mike. We'll see if they can kind of pull it back in game number 2.
We'll find out soon. It'll be about 10 minutes for game number 2, and it's MLP Dota and John X Fire. We'll see you all again very, very soon for our second match.